connected by us.
While driving through Jamaica, there's only one radio station I listen to. Irie FM.
No, no, don't even know my pain. Oh no, I don't got that.
Music House Entertainment.
So, of course, we are standing by for Road to Success, the journey.
I don't got that.
Music House.
And I'm going to give you a quick story, right? So, just to show you that we are just being led, right? So, of course, you know that today, May 21, is actually observed as Woolmer's Day. And Governor General Sir Patrick Allen declared May 21 as Woolmer's Day in honor of Woolmer's Trust Schools, 290th anniversary. And today we actually have a past student from Woolmer's High School. We're talking about Frankie Sly. No, I didn't know all of this before. I just kind of felt led and extend the invitation. And, we have Frankie Sly. And last night on the boys, Peter is a Woolmer's old boy, right? And Peter was saying to me, what? So you have, you're having Frankie Sly on the day that tomorrow actually, today is being observed as Woolmer's Day. So yeah, Peter Broadba, thank you so much for putting that piece of the puzzle together. So we are standing by and getting ready to go. From Woolmer's Boys School to the stage, Frankie Sly is a dancehall DJ. As a songwriter, he has penned songs for the likes of Buju Banton, Wayne Wonder, and Sugar. Best known for his 90s hit Fassi, Frankie Sly is also an entrepreneur and chef. And today we're really grateful that he could take time out of his busy schedule to take us on his journey. Frankie Sly, good afternoon and welcome.
Good afternoon, Kishima.
I know you're saying good afternoon, but I'm not hearing you. I'm hearing you now. Yes, yes, a big up Peter and good afternoon.
Yeah, I give quite August to all Woolmerian, because you just highlight me to something where I didn't even know either says Woolmer's Day.
Yeah,
so big up all Woolmerian. I give quite August. Anything we do it to the best,
Yeah, man. And in the music, I think Peter was telling me that, Rasai, Diani, and yourself, and him and Naro from the Fix, you are all Woolmer's old boys. So yeah, great to have you on such a significant day.
Yeah. I just spoke to Naro the other day. I didn't even know him as a Woolmerian, but there's a lot of Woolmerian in the business, Sean Paul is a Woolmerian. Dan Youth is a Woolmerian. Wayne Marshall is a Woolmerian. A couple Woolmerian in the business. Boy, if I know me that way, my maroon and gold, I swear I never know.
All right. No, let's talk about your upbringing though, Frankie Sly. How would you describe that?
Well, born and grew up East Kingston, have a humble beginning, me I say. Have a very strict dad, me I say. A mama balance things, me I say. Mama will. Well, no, one mama will on the up, Yeah, but I had a humble upbringing. Put it like that.
In terms of your parents, what did you admire most about them?
Well, starting from Mama Will was, and still is the best cook I know, which most people have said about their mother, but my mother was really, really excellent in the kitchen, me I say. All of my friends them could attest to that car. I don't know how I had all the eatings used to go on, me I say. My dad was God rest his soul, was one of the strictest dad, like real macho, me I say. So we'd have to stay in line. But the thing was, youth, you break the code sometime and move out of line, but was a good, strong disciplinarian,
Okay, how about you? How would you describe, young Frankie Sly in the classroom?
Troublemaker, everybody know. Troublemaker. Yeah, everybody know back then, But I did well in school, me I say, but outside of that, I was very mischievous.
No, having a dad that is a disciplinarian after high school, what was your plan of action?
Well, my plan of action was always music, You know
Mm-hmm.
me I say, but parents always want to see something else. Cause back in them days there, to be honest, a lot of parents them and a lot of people never really look up to dancehall music
Mm-hmm.
as a career, And to be honest, even myself, growing up, it was just a love. It was just something we love to do. And we usually teeth out and go to the dance them and go watch it. Like when the big sound system them come through the area, the Metro Media back in the days and the Stereo Mars and the Kilimanjaro, just want to be there to see the greats at the time. You know me I say? The early B, the Doctor, the Super Cat, them back in them days, the Burro Bantan, them, the Yellow Man, them, you name it. You know me I say? So
Mm-hmm.
even
So,
though we did love music, we could have do schoolwork, but a lot of we miss out on a lot of school because of music, because the music was so captivating at the time where when we had to with schoolwork and music we had to and all that and teeth out from the house and go and dance and all them things there. So say you have a problem when you come back in because door lock. All up a night me sleep out and door man from the back veranda man. And I come back in and the door lock.
that
But it
is
was a
wild.
journey.
No, did you do any jobs before you started pursuing music seriously, or it was straight out of high school and then you just take on the music industry?
Because always music, as I said, once we left school, it was just music, and then we was fortunate for, cause all the music business there, a lot of time you need a link to the link to make the link. You see me I say? And when you have a virgin where take on the road before you and him can give you, him can lend you hand up Jacob's leather. It was always a plus. So me get a run early. Me I say by association with Wayne Wonder, we did already start get a little running of the thing. And me I said, so it was always music.
How did you became friends with like Wayne Wonder and ultimately Bujo?
Well, we used to DJ on sound system back in the days, because we are forward from the 80s. So in around mid to late 80s, I used to DJ on a sound. A friend of mine from Rockford, where I grew up, introduced me to a guy named Big John, who had a sound system in Richmond Park, sound system called U-Type Power. So it was while working on U-Type Power, 'cause we used to work on sound system, meaning go to dance and go DJ at night time and everything. Back then, selector used to play the A side and then flip over to the version and you work the dance, you know what I mean? So that's where I met Wayne Wonder and U-Type Power from back then. You know what I say? After after the stint on U-Type Power, I never seen him for a while. Him have songs start to mash up the place and I didn't even know it was him until one night. Cause me and him wasn't friends. We was just like co-workers, put it like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So one night there was a fete at Dunoon Technical High School. Went to that fete because I'm staying in the area. So we are gonna shell the place. I'm gonna go up there and see him and feel like a crony at the time. Nada Rangs, God rest him soul. And a youth named Fretty, rapper Fretty. And if you remember that song with Wayne Wonder, and no matter what you do, it's over now. Fretty was the youth who come in and said, I don't need to brag, I don't need to boast. Yeah, that was Wayne like a crew at the time. Saw them that night and me and them all are Rems and him say, yo, come link me a penthouse. So the Monday morning me up on a bus and heading to penthouse and reach a penthouse. It's a process that again just to get through the gate. Cause I know if you're familiar with studios,
Mm-hmm.
when you pass through the gates, you see 1,000 man outside sometime I try to get inside. You know what I mean? So to get through that gate is never easy, especially a recognized studio like a penthouse. So as I say, I was invited by Wayne Wonder, so send a message to him, so I'm downstairs and him come on the step and say, yeah man, Frankie slide, let him in. So you get through the
Hey.
big gate. That's the hardest thing for the, but it wasn't so hard for me at the time because of
Mm-hmm.
knowing
The
Wayne, you know?
association,
Yeah,
yeah.
so that's how I know Wayne. And then from there on, our friendship blossomed, you know what I mean? He was the one who took me to John, where a voice and the puna, you know, the nanny rhythm at the time.
Yes.
Voice of song named Grab It Up. And you know, and then he also took me to Weepo, Father Pow, a voice on the corduroy rhythm at the time. Ganga Lee was on a song called 666. We get some good rotation on the radio too. Grab It Up get a lot of good rotation in the dance hall and still is. Because them songs are classic these days, you know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean?
No,
Yeah.
despite the fact that, Wayne provided somewhat of a cushion for you, wherein, you got Penthouse, one of them prestigious studios there back in the day, people outside can't get in, but you were able to just walk in when Wayne say, yo, that's Frankie Sly. Would you say knowing Wayne Wonder, having that association kind of made your journey somewhat easier, or did you have like some really tough struggles getting a foot in?
No, definitely it was easier. You got the Penthouse, but the producer at Penthouse at the time, the boss man for Penthouse, Donovan Jermaine, um Jermaine wasn't a, put it like this. He's one of the top producers of all time. But Jermaine was never a big fan of DJs, you know. He's more, Jermaine more like vocalist. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Yeah, if you notice, if you check Penthouse history, the Nana McLean, the Marcia Griffiths, the Barry Salmons, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's where a Dave Kelly kind of changed that, like in the early '90s. You know what I mean? So it was easy getting we had a cushion getting in there, but like voicing for Penthouse most of the time, and them time we had DJ Rude Boy lyrics and them thing that. Jeremy never depend on that. Cause the first song I remember the first song I recorded for Penthouse was a song named Carbine for Blow. And when we say Carbine for Blow, you know what that means. And him like the song and he put out the song, but he never put it out on him Penthouse label, he put it out on Rude Boy Kelly label. You understand
Mm-hmm.
me? That's the kind of have a label named Rude Boy Kelly. If you remember, like all Man for Dead, Bush Banton, Man for Dead and them song, those songs was on that label. They never put them type of song upon Penthouse label, you know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
it was a cushion getting in there and that was the hardest part to get inside, you know, but like record the type of lyrics we attack at the time, we never come out and my first single like to release on Penthouse label was a song on the Swing Easy. Remember that really that song called One See Your Face. Oh, I see your face, so me have to keep the faith. Once she's there, when I don't make no mistake, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Songs like those you would have step, but most of the time, as me say, I DJ the more hardcore lyrics them. You know me I say we had to go somewhere else, because that's why we could have got a jam is go DJ for John them and you know what I mean? Do some song for Steely and Cleve them back in the days to record for Shotkin vibes, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So, would you say, like, having working for these other producers, like you mentioned, Steely and Cleve, Donovan Germain, Shocking Vibes, going elsewhere, and that sort of thing, which producer back then would you say Frankie Sly actually challenged you the most creatively?
Dave Kelly, definitely, Madhouse, Dave Kelly, Dave Kelly. Dave is a perfectionist, you know, and but what I appreciated with it, as
Mm-hmm.
challenging as it was, he was a patient, he was patient with me, most of the time, may I say, my first song on Madhouse label officially was Wah 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 Ambulance. May I say, just to name a few. We had Fassi was his too, Haters Anthem, may I say, but it was the most challenging because Dave, as I said, a man
Mm-hmm.
a perfectionist. So it's
So,
after
so
right.
give
You
us like
can't
an
come tired.
idea. Like you'd have record something and him said, no, do it again. Or what was that recording process like? Why, you would highlight him as one of the most challenging producers that you've worked with, who challenge your
No,
creativity per se.
yeah, yeah, well, no, you just have to get it right. Sometime, all right, me give you an example.
Mm-hmm.
In another scenario, like for instance, the song Excess Amount with Wayne Wonder and Dave Kelly. And Dan Youth, I mean. I said, a line take Dan Youth almost an hour. One line just to get it, or him want it. But him finally get it, and the song is history now, Excess Amount and Pepper Seed. So, stuff like that. I just give you an example. And I had my moments too. Moments like those that sometimes one line can just be challenging because you not say it, or him want you to say it.
Yeah. Have you ever gotten frustrated during those moments, or what was the reaction like when him said, "Boy, no, Frankie, go again. That's not what I want."
Yeah, man, it's frustrated, man, but you have to hold it. You have to hold it. You don't want to miss the opportunity there. You understand what I mean? Yeah. It's frustrating, man, but when you finally get it right, you see the vision that he had. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you realize it was to your own good. You know what I mean?
So here it is, you are pursuing your music, you are getting some songs, you are in the Wayne Wonder circle. So, producers and other people within the industry, know the name Frankie Sly. At what point did you start writing songs for other people?
And I never like just get up and say I go write songs to other people. Most of the time was just collectively with friends. You understand what I say to you? Collectively, when you're with your friend, you have an idea. If me have an idea, I go call my friend and say, "You have a bad idea," and we sit down and write it together, or vice versa. So that was my thing. I was never the songwriter who just get up and say, "I go write a song for that person, there or that person." I mean, I could have, but that was never me. We just wrote collectively.
On that note, don't go anywhere. We have a quick time signal. Stick and stay.
Lunch keeper Little Caesars, Italian cheese bread, crazy puffs, and pepperoni deep dish lunch specials starting at $600. The time by Little Caesars Pizza is...
It is now 12:26. If you're just joining us, we are on the road to success and we're journeying with none other than Frankie Sly. Now, Frankie, in those times, like you said, you'd have a rhythm come out and everybody depend on the rhythm, and sometimes there are rhythms where all of the songs them shot and everybody, kind of get that spotlight. And then there are other times when only a few entertainers, from the rhythm get the highlights. How would you deal with, situations where you are a part of this Wayne Wonder, Buju Banton crew, you're doing your thing, they're doing their thing, but then there may be times when they get like that specific highlight. Did that ever kind of deter your journey or make you question your mission or core purpose?
No, never, because I was always a team player. You know what I say? And if your friend are win, you're happy to see your friend are win. You know what I say? You have to support. You know what I say? All right, for a soccer team, you have 11 players. You have a goalkeeper straight to the defenders, midfielders, centre forward. Most of the time, at the centre forward score the goal, and him get the big ray, but the team win. You know what I say? So as a team player, you're happy when your friend them win, man. Oh yeah, man.
I know you are carefully or clinically telling your story in a way where, based on the current situation with you and Buju Banton, like I don't hear much mention of him in the early days. What was that synergy like with you and Buju Banton before things got sour?
It was great, because we was like brothers. You know what I say? We roll together most of the time when daylight. We link up and we reach at the studio, and it was just beer vibes. We go up on the road, we tour the world. You know what I say? All of our great music made at that time. You know what I say? Regardless of how things might end up now, but you know what I say? Such is life,
Have you ever confronted, for example, Donovan Germain as it relates to your role on the song Murderer that became like a big controversial topic recently?
Yeah, I spoke to Jermaine last year, when the whole thing came up, I personally called him, and me and him had a civil discussion, and him, him tell me, say, I'm going to give the DJ my number, have the DJ call me. I never get that call there, but that was basically it, you know what I say? I just left it alone, and just go and do me, I do call me, been to leave it alone. But when we get the call, okay, I get a call. I got the call last year. What was transpiring, and the person called me and said, "Yo, listen, this is what going on," and I knew the part you play, and it seemed messed up. You know, say all this are going on, you're not involved. So this is what's happening, and you need to do what you have to do. So that's when I call him, and he said, "I met the DJ link. I'm not hear from nothing from the DJ, so I just leave it alone and just go and call." Guess what? In all honesty, me they left it alone, you know. They already released it to the Almighty. You see me, I say, I mean, I mind my own business, do one part of my own business when all of this just happened overnight and my phone just start blow up. Me never send an ask for it. It just start happen. I'm going to try to avoid it as much as I possibly could. Because my phone start to blow up. People want to interview, people want to talk, bloggers are call, a text, a inbox, and I ignore most of it. But because of that energy, a song came up and I recorded the song because we said, a music me do, so we speak through music. You know me I say, so once I did the song now, Dirty Heart, then people still a link. So I say, okay, guess what? Me have a song to promote. So one and wash the other, right?
Yeah, so that's how you
So,
you know you tap in. But
yeah.
on the business side of things though, Frankie Sly, because I know the music business then and now, like things are vastly different. As a songwriter, what did that lesson teach you then that you have implemented, you know, since going forward?
Yes, I learned the business of music. You know what I mean? I say, and you just correct the business of going forward that could never happen again. You know what I mean? So that's what it taught you. You have to learn the business of music. When I was young, I would never understand the business of music at that time.
Would you participate in like writing workshops now, having been through that negative experience, or is that something that you continue to do?
If the opportunity presents itself and it's right, of course I would. 'Cause I love music. I'm a lover of music. So if the opportunity presents itself and I see where it's beneficial, you know, it would be beneficial to me. Why not?
You said that the entire situation propelled you to pen a song titled Dirty Heart. Having done that song, did it provide you with any relief?
As I say, I had been relieved. As I said, honestly, my mind was, and conscience was clear of that. I never even think about it when the windstorm, when the storm came roaring and the phone started to blow up. My mindset never even did it. So even though I get the call from last year, I call Jeremy and say I'm gonna do this and do that, and I never hear, but I still cause I'm a youth, so I believe in the Almighty, I know God real. So I just release it to the Almighty, I been release it. You know what I say? If you go back and watch interviews with me from like 2021, I came to Jamaica and bury my dad. I did an interview with Teach Them. If you watch them interview with them, it's when teacher asks me, let me say, yo, I'm gone past that long time. I'm gone past it. You see me I say? So, but as I say, I'm music, me do me. So when everything come back and if the motivation come to do a song, you just do what you have to do. You know what
Yeah.
I say? So that's why we're here now with this song because of the current situation. And as I say, I'd rather speak through music than the whole heap of,
Cas cas.
you know?
Yeah, I like that approach that you know said that you're taking. No, I mean yes, you're wiser because you understand the business side of the music a lot better in comparison to back then. Because sometimes dead weight can be heavy. You know, it can be burdensome, and sometimes you have to free
Yeah, man.
yourself.
You have to free up yourself. You have to free up yourself, man. So, as I said, my been let it go. My been let it go. Years, me never even speak about it. You know what I
Yeah.
say? Because you say if you watch interviews before this situation, I've done interviews, a few, and people ask me, me just start my story and keep it moving. Me never try to linger no animosity or you know me I say, cause at the end of the day, God real. And once you release it to the Almighty, you know, trust me, He will take you right. You probably not see it right now, but Father God will deal with it, man. I will answer, man.
Yeah. In the same breath though, why do you think the music industry sometimes rewrites history and erase like songwriters and creatives behind the scenes during some crucial moments?
Because it's real life. And in life, as you know, Kishima, you have good people and you have some selfish people. You know what I say? If you watch animals, for example, you see the animals them where, for example, if you have some dogs and you put the food out there, you have one dog will finish eating food and still want to eat the next dog food. A real life, a reality. Some people, that's why a part of the song will say, some man want it all for themselves. I just said, go, a life, a real life.
Mm-hmm. What would you
There's a thing called selfishness. Some people selfish. I just said, go, a life.
facts? Now, what was the hardest season in your musical career, emotionally and mentally?
That's a great question. What was the hardest season? The hardest season was probably in the beginning, to be honest, because
Mm-hmm.
after like in the beginning when you just start get used to recording, that was probably a little rough. But after that, we do music for fun, you know. Music was fun for us. So me never have no hard time in the music. It was always fun for me. Because I do something else where me not live solely off of music. You know what I say? So music was fun for we. Music was fun. Fun we use the studio for have fun from ever since. And that's why most of the time them when the song them were involved in our friend them involved in most of the time why them always so bad. You know what I say? We learned that from Dave Kelly. Use the studio for have fun. You see what I
Mm-hmm.
say? So I can't
Do,
say me they really have no hard time because you never see me in a studio suffer to get enough of voice or me the
mm-hmm.
fortunate for them a Dave Kelly or a Penthouse or I could have go check a John John or a Father Power, you know what I mean? A Steely and Clevie. You know what I say? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
man.
As you mentioned, like music being fun, and that was part of Dave Kelly's mantra for say, like make the music fun. Do you think this crucial ingredient was why the 90s for so many was such a magical era in terms of the music and stuff that we got?
Most definitely. You can hear the fun in the music when it right now if you go a party and the party dead and then put on a 90s juggling, it don't necessarily have to be a Dave Kelly juggling. It can put on a Steely and Clevie rhythm or Giggy or a mainstream product or some shocking vibes or some Bobby Digital. It was just fun. Fun.
Mm-hmm.
The music never as dark as it is now, you know?
Yeah. And even though you were saying stuff where dark, because when you say, fire, I mean, those
Yeah, man,
are
definitely,
gritty
definitely.
things that
Because,
you're
all right,
spitting.
most of them songs, sorry to cut you off. Most of those songs were real experiences with me, you know. Because most of my songs, I'm a DJ about my life. So me that go through some other things, when me have to DJ some dark tune pan rhythm them, based on stuff from a group, place from a group, things that me that go through. You see me, I say, but it was still fun. Because regardless of where I go through them something there, when we are say, like for instance, we can't say this, but we don't give a damn if them hate you, we don't want them rate you. We still have fun to do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
See
All
what I
right.
say?
We have Cashpot coming up, so we have to run to a break and that. But don't go anywhere, Frankie Sly. We'll be right back. Stick and stay.
Oxymaster make everything cleaner. The time by Oxymaster, the stain blaster is...
A minute to 1 o'clock.
While driving through Jamaica, there's only one radio station I listen to. Irie FM. Irie FM. Irie FM.
Reggae in the morning, reggae in the evening, reggae at night time on Irie Radio. Reggae in the morning, reggae in the evening, reggae at night time on Irie Radio.
I listen to everything on IRFN. Ira FM on Sunday. Ira FM on Monday. Ira FM on Tuesday. Ira FM on Wednesday. Ira FM on Thursday. I said on Fridays. Ira
Welcome to the official live drawing of the Supreme Ventures Lottery Games. This could be your lucky day. Get your tickets out and let the games begin.
Good afternoon. It is Turn Up Your Money Thursdays for today, May 21, 2026. I'm your girl, Carrie Ann, and welcome to this afternoon's live lunchtime game draw. Now, before we begin, here's a quick look at the mid-morning winning numbers. Now, just a quick reminder that all live games are being supervised by the Betting, Gaming, and Lotteries Commission and observed by the independent auditing firm PwC. And now, let's put some money in a few top draw. Now, this afternoon's top draw jackpot has climbed to all of $600,000. So, here are your winning top draw numbers. Here we go. And for Money on Top of Money, the first home draw number coming your way this afternoon is 19. Right after 19, we have the number 13. Now, the next top draw number to come your way is 8. Following 8, what will it be? It's ball number 1. And the final top draw number for all of $600,000 is lucky number 5. And now, let's pick your play with the what or dollars game. So, I hope you're feeling lucky. Here goes. And this afternoon's winning lunchtime dollars numbers are making their way down. Now we'll kick things off with 23. Next up, we have a 7. The next dollars number is 17. And right after 17, we have the number 9. Next in line, we have 19. And following 19, we have a golden 32. Here comes ball number 5. Now what is next? It is the number 12. Coming down slowly but surely, we have a double bubble, 33. Right after 33 comes 8. Next up, we have a butt, 21. And of course, we wrap things up this afternoon with a long 31. And now for some easy winnings with our Pick 2 game. So get those tickets out, and of course, let's play. Now, the first Pick 2 number is a solid number 30. And our second Pick 2 number, there you have it. It's lucky number 1. So again, the winning Pick 2 numbers are 30 and, of course, lucky number 1. Up next, you can play it all of 3 ways. The game you can play straight, mixed, or even just back it up. Here it goes. First up in our Pick 3 lunchtime game, we have a 9. The second Pick 3 number is 7. And the third and final Pick 3 number coming up is the number 3. So once more, the winning Pick 3 numbers are 9, 7, and 3. It is now time to turn up your winnings with our Pick 4 game. The game you can play straight or just simply mix it up. Now 3 is our first Pick 4 number. The second Pick 4 number is another 3. Now what will the third Pick 4 number be? It's 2. And the fourth and final Pick 4 number coming up is 0. So once more, the winning Pick 4 numbers are 3, 3, 2, and lucky number 0. It is for win. So let's heat things up with Hot Pick. And this afternoon's winning lunchtime Hot Pick number is lucky number 4. So congratulations to all our Hot Pick winners. Again, the winning number is 4. Now to all my cash pot lovers, and already know this, and I live to play it. But guess what? I'm not thinking I can win it, so let's get ready to be a big cash pot winner. And this afternoon's winning lunchtime cash pot number coming up is lucky number 16, and the lucky mark is young girl. And now let us mega on winning. So good luck. Round and around they go. What will it be? Let's see. Here it comes, here it comes, here it comes. It is a white ball that has been selected. It's now time for the big one. Of course, you guessed it. The month's winning. So good luck once more. Round and around they go. And of course, the balls are bubbling up. And a white ball has been selected. So now let's take a look at this afternoon's winning lunchtime numbers. And congratulations to everyone who won. Please make sure to come back at 3 p.m. for more games you love to play. I'm your girl, Carrie Ann. Have a supreme afternoon.
Hope you were a big winner. Play your favorite Supreme Ventures games every day and tune in for our live draw 6 times a day at 8:30 a.m., 10:30 a.m., 1 p.m., 3 p.m., 5 p.m., and 8:25 p.m. on this station. Supreme Ventures, making winners every day.
That was the lunchtime top draw dollars, pick 2, pick 3, pick 4, hot pick, and cash pot draws. Congratulations to all of today's winners. Join us again at 3 p.m. for another chance to win in hot pick and cash pot special pot draws. If you're just joining us, you are on the road to success, and we're journeying with none other than Frankie Sly. No, Frankie, before the cash pot break, you were telling us about some of the dark songs where you would have DJ, like back then, but still not as dark as present day for sure. Okay, I'm not hearing you. I don't know if you need to unmute. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you loud and clear.
Oh, okay, great. I'm hearing you now. So I think that was the conversation before the cash pot break, right? So you live overseas. Has that put a damper on the music for you, especially knowing Jamaica is the hub?
Definitely, because it's a transition, You see me I say, but and the game has changed. The music has changed dramatically. You know me I say, back in my heyday, radio was an integral part. Radio still do a thing, but it's more social media now. And you have, I'm still learning that. You know me I say, so just point the camera up on yourself and do stuff like that. It was never really my cup of tea, but you realize that from you the music, you have to do that. Because back in the days, if you stand up in a party and a video man come, even though you name where your name and you do music, most of the time when a video man come, you shift to the side and make him go and go video the girl, the man. You know me I say? But no, you have to literally point camera up on yourself, and you know me I say, that's a big adjustment for me. You know me I say, because I love music, but I love the hype. You see me I said, I was never one with it. Love the hype and run on the limelight. We just want to do a bad tune and eat and mash up the place. That alone was enjoyment for me. You see me I say, so as I say, it's been years and we still love music. We still do music, and it's good for no say you can still do a song and people gravitate to it. You know what I say? But at the youth them time, so you have made the youth them do what they do, And you just do what you can do for add to the equation, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Hearing you say, like I really get it when you mentioned just now to say back in the day when a cameraman will come through and you step out of the way so them can video the girls, and knowing how things and times have evolved. What is that battle like for you? Because it now going to take a level of you being intentional to tap out of that comfort zone per se. So what's that like for you right now?
As I say, I'm learning as we go along,
But you're open to, challenging yourself to step into the limelight, the spotlight, turning on your camera and doing it.
When necessary. So may I say when necessary. Yeah. When it's necessary, like when upon the Zoom now with it, But just like for instance, some people it's hard for you just bring the camera everywhere you go. That's a big adjustment. But you realize that that's what the youth them do, and that's I say that's their thing. I say so when it's necessary, once it have to do with music, we realize we have to do it, so we will do it. But just forget about as I turn on as I open my eye, I go on live, I brush my teeth with up on live, I eat my dinner with up on live. Nah.
Yeah, never that. No, what are your thoughts on the other elements as it relates to, know it's all about a numbers game, getting your streams up and having your, the different platforms, the different online mediums. Is that something that you think is a good measure for musical success?
Well, that's where it's hot. That's where it's at. So you can't go around it. So you have to just do the best you can to get the numbers up, you know what I mean? And that's what some people, that's where content come in. So I'm realize that I'm understand that. We just now gonna make certain content. So I deal it. But it is what it is.
Does it feel like you're starting over, like after doing so much back then, to cement your place in the industry, all the things that you have done and now to where things have evolved to?
It kind of feels that way, but the reason why that not really matter to me because may I do it for the love of the music. May I do it for you'd love to see the numbers where it's at, but if the numbers is not where you want it to be, it's okay too. Cause guess what now? You can't please everybody, Everybody now gonna love you. Everybody now gonna like you. I remember and a friend of mine pointed out something to me the other day. He went on YouTube and him say, Bob Marley, One Love. People had thumbs down to that. Michael Jackson, Heal the World. People have thumbs down to that. That means thumbs down mean you don't like it or thumbs down is negative, right? How does somebody thumbs down One Love or Heal the World? You know where I come from? So that tell you say, no, but can't please everybody. And that's the truth, because if there is somebody out there when I like One Love or Michael Jackson Heal the World, something wrong with them.
No, absolutely.
They're probably related to the devil.
No, but something definitely wrong with them for really say hate a song like that. Yeah.
Yeah, like them they are two of the biggest, where I say, emotional, peace, loving time. Heal the world, make it a better place. One love. How do you thumbs down songs like those? So, just to show you the world we are living on. You have some people over there behind them phone screen and type and do things. So, your skin have to tick to you, man. You have crocodile and alligator skin in these times.
No, facts. What do you make of the music that's being made in present day? Is there anything in particular like you personally like or feel like, yo, this is really wicked, so you wish you had done that, back then?
The youth them a do them thing, man. I mean, sometimes you hear some of them and you're like, nah, but cause we're, for instance, we made some song that wasn't fit for airplay, but sometimes the levels where the youth them take it now is a whole different level. You know what I say? And that's on them. You know what I mean? But some great music out there, man. We have some, and the YFL rhythm the other day go on good. Like one of the baddest with him here in a long time, and then Stephen come do this channel with the Ilan Gully, where sound great. You know what I mean? So some good things is happening in music, if you ask me. You know what I mean? And what my kind of happy feet is probably a year and a half, 2 years ago, it was just that trap music, and I do them thing, man, not them thing, but I couldn't understand it because it more had like a R&B sound to me. I said, R&B, that more sound like, I think a drum and bass, Sly and Rabbit them set it, and Steely and Cleavy them, drum and bass, because that people dance to that, Bogle them dance to that, the youth them used to dance. You know me, I said, so when me hear the trap thing one at a time, me kind of confused, but with the YFL kind of a trap sound, but it have a dancehall kick too, so it seemed like it had head back in the right direction, and then the Ilan Gully thing, where the genius come put out again to drum and bass, and you can dance to it. It's a good vibes, so I think it's heading back in the right direction,
as somebody like you mentioned, you'd have done dark music, slap music like back then. What do you think about the current conversation as it relates to, some people saying that some of the songs on the Hill and Gully Rhythm are too vulgar?
Well, some of them go hard for real, but to each his own, And the truth of it is, everything of its place. Everything has its place. And it's an internet world now. So it's not like one time when you do a song and it would have never been heard because IRFM never got played or another station wouldn't play it because of the graphic content. Now the youth them can just do them thing and upload it wherever they want to look. Upload it. So you can't even knock them. You have to just, if you don't like it, just don't listen it. So me look at it.
Yeah.
So I say if you don't like, but some of them graphic for true, man. Some of them got hard. So I said some of them take it to the next level for real.
Yeah. What do you say to persons who feel like when the situation happened between Wayne Wonder, Buju Banton, and your name came up, like that's when, like a lot of people would say they heard back from Frankie Sly, and that's when you also, subsequent that, then you release a song. What would you say to persons who believe that, it's almost like there was a lull until that happened and then you resurfaced?
It's a free world, So anybody can do what they want to do, Just like how me I mind my own business, and I was basically drawn back into the space. I can do what I want to do.
True.
So as I say, your skin have to tick. And you got people who have come with negative reactions, negative comments, negative, but to each his own. Everybody have opinion. And you can't stop people from have their opinion or say what they want to say. You just have to do what you are do. You know what I mean? I say, cause you have to know, say, in life, from school days, they were always bully. Some people will come and say, all right, what social media do now, give everybody an opinion. And in life, and really everybody, if you have an opinion, yeah, man, because some of them opinion don't make no sense, but at the end of the day, I feel them opinion. You know what I mean? I say some opinion to keep to themselves, but them choose to put it out in the space because them can't do that. Just like how I was brought back in the space and me can instead of me to just come out and start her and say, yo, I'm be disgruntled. But make a music, make a song. Because we say music, I'm going to speak through music. And then me I promote my music now. So I will talk on the one talk. So me talk now. I'm promoting a song. So, but I was always doing music. I never stopped doing music. But sometimes I just saw it go. Sometimes them just now listen to you for different reasons. You know what I say? Probably, you know what I say? Yeah. There is still great artists out there where still I make bad song and then I listen to them either, not me alone. You know what I say? So just like come on, but that little situation and come shine back a light, and that's a good thing. That's why I say, I'm not bitter, I'm better,
And I love that. I'm hearing you say like you're not bitter, you're better. So given everything we transpired, if you and Buju should have a conversation today, what would that conversation be? Be honest, Frankie.
I'm always honest. I have no idea. Unless the situation presents itself, you can't know. You don't know. You know what I say? Because me personally, I never did anything to him. You know what I say? And me not have the ill feelings towards him. I don't. Because as you say, your mind and your heart are for free, You have for free. Because if you harbor bad feelings and bad, you know what I say? If you praise God, you have to just clean and pure, man. So if it happen, it happen. If it don't happen, life goes on same way. Like it been a go on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now let's talk about Frankie Sly, the entrepreneur. Like you said, you've always been doing music, but we know you've tapped into the food business. Tell us a little bit about your restaurant and your role.
Yeah, man. We always love cooking. We are chef from birth. Because my mother was a great cook and still is a great cook, and we learned from her. So even in the early days when we used to go up on the road, me and Virgin them, and my room, you could always smell a room I come from, you know what I say? So we always love cooking. We started a little catering business first. You know, we cater Caribbean food and move on to restaurants, you know. Yeah, I'm bridging run a few restaurants in Maryland. It's called Caribbean Grill. You know me I say? So it's in the DMV. You know me I say? So food, you know, food is a thing we love though. We cook with love. You know me I say? So we all, you know, we still look catering to it. If the orders come and it's right, we'll make it happen.
Yeah. How is that balance, juggling food and music, plus your family?
You have to just work. You know, you do what it takes. You know what I say? And as I said, when you love what you do, you know, I love music and I love food. I love look after food. I cook with love. You know what I say? I'm not really in a restaurant and cook every day because that's not my job. But I can't, if me have a 15 a day, I will do it because I can do it. And I've done it before, but that's not what I do. But me still, you know, I love to cook. I love to cook. Cooking is a passion of mine from a long time out. You know what I say? When Christmas time come, me have me make black cake too, because I can bake too.
Watch
Like real
out.
black cake too. I really think I
No
tell you when
cake mix
Christmas,
settings.
probably about the last 10 years when Christmas time come, me have to saddle up because I know the orders are go forward. And you ship cake all over the place because people want them black cake and they know the quality cake what them are going to get. So I love to do. I love what I do. I love to prepare food. I love cook. You see me I say? So outside of music, that I'm a second love.
No,
Food.
them bad
Prepare
mind,
food.
is that a part, is that singular part of a larger musical plan, maybe an album or an EP? What's the plan?
Stay tuned. We just make bad tune right now. We have some other tough thing in the works. And like how May I you know, you're probably one of the first to see it. We have some terrible thing coming. Obviously we love music, Kishima. I know that our vibes are build a momentum. Why not? More singles are go forward and we'll just take it from there and so we lead us.
All right. No, there is also another conversation across social media after, Vibes Cartel in promoting his album and a song. He was in his bathroom dancing around in his underwear. I know you would have outlined initially that, there are certain things that you would not turn on your camera and do. But as a hardcore dancehall artist, do you feel like that was a genius idea or a move gone too far?
Well, listen, remember, Cartel was always controversial, and him a gonna do what him have to do for whatever him a do, work. You see me I say, so if that him choose to do, every man have them right to do what them want to do, man. There's some things that me not gonna do, but me not gonna tell a man what to do. You see me I say, and him feel like that him will have to do and it work, cause everybody have to talk about it. See me I interview now, you ask me about it. So him feel like that him will have to do or that him want to do. And him can do that, him have fun, him can do what him want to do. You know me I say, if you don't want to see it, don't look at it. You know what I mean? That's what make that him feel like that him want to do. Kudos to him. You know, that's why I'm successful, because I'm going to do what him feel like doing. I'm going to do what nobody tell him to do.
If you could sit with your younger self today, what would you tell him?
What would I tell who? Tell my younger self?
Yes.
Well, the mistakes I made in the past, me I say you'd have corrected those. But me I tell my younger self, say, probably to be more visual, because probably that was part of my that was a little detrimental to me, because most of the time I was always in the background. Me I say, I never really loved the limelight. So probably I would have been a more visual, be more visual, but that's probably the only thing I would have changed, because that probably would have made a lot of difference, because I have a whole a big song and people know the song them, but they never really know me, because I never really out there like that. So probably that would have tell myself to be more visual. That probably would have been the main thing would have tell me younger self. Show yourself more. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And as it relates to young upcoming dancehall DJs, what advice would you give to them, as you yourself just try to maneuver the new media and mediums?
Them have to just do the right thing, and just make sure say them up on top of them business, them learn the business of music as a business, you know what I mean? Cause we never learned it when we was young. We learned it as we went along. But everything is out there, Thank God for the internet. The internet is in every kid's hand now. Never mind if you're an adult, you know what I mean? Every kid going to school have a phone. Most kids, I should say. So them have access to the internet. So every artist now, where you don't know, you can Google it. So them have to just take care of them business. It's a music business.
How do you want your music legacy to be remembered?
My music legacy. That's a great question, Kishima. I have some classics in dancehall. I have a few classics where when my eye closed, them still have a play. That is great. I was fortunate to record on a penthouse label, a madhouse label, just to name a few. So that is great for me, Once music alone shall live, Bob Marley dead and gone probably 40 years now or more. I don't really do the math in my head, just a guess. And the music them still a play today. Dennis Brown, all them dead and gone. Me I say Major Worries, DJs, early be the doctor, all them dead and gone, them have songs they can play. So I know one day when the lights off and I take that lonely ride home, I know I have some music you can play. So that is good enough for me if you know say I left a mark. I left some music over there I play for me forever. You know what I say? Sometimes I there in a foreign I mind my own business and I get a voice note. I from a play ambulance or want to see your face. That is good enough for me, man. Because music alone shall live. Music alone shall live, And that thing when you have life, where we are live right now, it's just a temporary existence. So one day we all have a gone. So if you know say you're gone one day and your voice still over there somewhere about, that's good. I mean, you left a mark,
Yeah. How would you describe Frankie Sly, the family man?
Frankie Sly, the family man. Well, right now my youth them growing, all of them growing out there, So Frankie Sly, the family man. Frankie Sly is a humble youth. I try to grow my youth them humble. I try to be kind. I try to teach you them the right thing. You know me I say? I still have a great relationship with my mom. Came to Jamaica the other day and spent about 10 days around my mother. It was good. Still get a bowl of cornmeal porridge and everything. So Frankie Sly, the family man, is very, 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 very humbling. It's very humbling being a family man. And I'm gonna just go and enjoy life, me and my family as long as we're there. My youth them can call me at any time. You know me I say if them need advice. You know me I say the last one that was living with me went and joined the military recently. He's now a US soldier. Unfortunately, last year, November, Thanksgiving night to be exactly, he walked up in a robbery, attempt robbery, and they almost lost his life.
Wow.
You know, say he's a military man and come get shot out the road, just a mind him own business, but the powers of God and prayers him pull through, and him gone back on his job, and the perpetrators is behind bars. Them have trial come forward up soon. So, you know me I say, stuff like those just show us that life is real. So sometimes you have to just humble and just live life, cause we only have one life to live and tomorrow no promise to none of us. So Frankie Sly, the family man, is very humble, grateful for life, thankful for life, thankful for still being here, because me myself has faced near death experience in the past.
Wow.
I'm a little to tell the tales. I'm still there today. So grateful, you know.
Yeah. You know, something that you mentioned earlier that I wanted to go back to before we close off. You mentioned that, you know, in this internet era, obviously there are a lot more opportunities for entertainers, right? But arguably less quality music. As an artist who lived through an era of gatekeepers, what are your thoughts, or do you believe gatekeeping is still necessary today for quality control in this era of music?
You can't have no gatekeeper now with the internet. Who can keep the gate of the internet when a youth can just go in and bathroom and voice a song and upload it on YouTube or on... You can't keep the gate. You can't. You cannot. If you even, for instance, the YFL or the Ilangoli rhythm now, the rhythm I go get when a youth I go voice and do him and do and put it out. So how do it? Tell me if you know how you can keep the gate like Kishima, tell me. You can't keep the gate right now for them youth there. They do everything. You see what I say? If you don't want to hear it, just listen to something else.
Yeah. And finally, what's next for Frankie Sly, musically or your entrepreneurial endeavors?
Just stay tuned. We have more. We in the lab. We have some more things that forward out. You know what I say? So just stay tuned. We are promoting that song here right now, Dirty Art, because we learned it the old school way. So our style is one at a time. You know what I mean? So, but we have more things than the pipeline are forward, man. We have more songs than more focused now. I'm more focused now than probably a year ago. So I say, cause me I get a good little vibe. So we have some more songs forward, man. And Kishima, I go hear them early too, cause I say the link seals, so you go hear them, and you know what I say?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna play
a great music for you like and appreciate, you know.
I'm definitely gonna play Dirty Heart for our listeners, you know, as we wrap. But who are some of the producers that you're working with? I mean, is Dave Kelly in the mix?
No, Dave Kelly not in the mix right now. Cause Dave not really have no juggling like that one time. I work with a producer from Boston. His label name is Music House Entertainment, where, you know, a real beat maker where I make some bad rhythm. He produced that song, you know what I mean? And if the opportunity presents itself where some of the rhythm them forward out, like where the YFL, I had a song on that. I want to tell you, I remade a 111 ambulance on the Ilangoli. Wait till you hear it.
Give me a little piece, Frankie Sly, live before you leave, woman.
Yeah, you must see ambulance. Woman, you must see ambulance. You're going to hear it, man. Pretty soon. It's already...
Frankie, give me a little bit, man. You're not giving enough.
It's so weird, Kishima, man. Stay put. It's already there bounce for the DJ, but basically just a reenactment of it. I said almost the same thing, but you know, we include some more like modern things in like the Zell and the Uber Eats and can't remember she the wow everything, you know. So so Uber Eats and so do a that and you know, it's a good vibe. Just to have fun, as we say. We use the studio to have fun, you know.
Frankie Sly, thank you so much for taking the time
original,
out.
The original song, the name Wah Wah Wah. That one I name Ambulance. Come here, say, girl, you must see ambulance. Everything you see, you must see ambulance. So here, man, it's so forward.
All right, Frankie Sly, thank you so much for making this happen, and you know, continue on the journey and continue doing the do.
Yeah, man, Kishi, man. I appreciate you having me too, and just keep doing what you're doing. You do a great job with whatever you do. Your programs them always classy and smooth, and that's great. Cause in this time, and everybody really take pride in what them do and make it class personified. You know what I mean? So
thank you.
You do a
I
great
appreciate
job.
that.
I have to compliment you for what you do. You know. keep it same way.
All right. Thank you so much.
Music, house, entertainment.
Frankie Sly.
No, don't even know my pain. Oh no, I don't got down, I can't fall rain. If my heart did dirty like you in the whole world, no, nobody wouldn't know you. Them wouldn't know. In the music business, yo, I'm a color, how we practically grow, yo. How we grow. What if when certain flex and make me the corrupt, I'm a set to sing and don't go. Come make we do. Right I know everybody dark. Cause them been know the amount of love for sure, yo. Love for sure. There is so much riches in the world for feed the needy, but nearly not enough to feed the greedy. Some man want it all for themselves, me can't believe it. When they put his script, him never did it, but me give me. Me never get a penny from advice and him release it. Brother, are the same thing, I know it in a movie. Yes, a man greedy, how we not still a revenue. Me stand up resolute while you walk on follow the truth. If my heart did dirty like you in the whole world, no nobody wouldn't know you. Them wouldn't know. In the music business.
Riero, mix it up